Next on the tour is the timeline. So we really want the customers to understand kind of who we are as a company and where we've come from. So give them a brief history of the company. So started in 1956 as a typewriter repair company. As we were expanding that business, we bought a company that sold copiers. Copier was the new technology of the time, and one of the things our company always does that you'll notice is grasp onto the new technology. We want to be ahead of the curve, not behind it. So analog copiers at the time was the big new technology. So that part of our business took off and really kind of formed what we are today. In '94 was the next big change, the digital multifunction device. So that was a big deal. And then '98, the digital multifunction device, but you can now fax from it and do color. So one thing we point out is from 56 to 79, you went from typewriters to copiers. From 79, 25 years it took you to get to a digital device. And now the gap between the timelines are shrinking and shrinking and shrinking as technology advances more quickly. In 2002 is when the scanning came along. So this is kind of one of those things whenever we expanded the typewriter business and got the copiers, this we knew was really going to evolutionize our industry and really change the way everybody thought. 2003 is kind of when the document management software came on. There's been software out since the 80s, but with the scanning, this is where it really started to integrate properly. Obviously the integration piece from there. And then today, what we do is we preach the work simplified office. So you have the copiers, you have the printers, you have the scanners. How can we simplify all that where you bring it under one roof? Give you a paperless office if that's what you want. Just give you an office where you can manage everything better if that's what you want as well. Up here, you'll notice at the top all the companies. Some of these have since been consolidated. The ones we always want to point out, though, are ImageNet Capital. So we fund and hold all of our leasing notes internally throughout the entire lease, which is a big deal to a lot of our customers because a lot of times they have to work with a third-party leasing company, which can just be a huge pain. Wholesale business machines, so we essentially have our own refurbished unit. So a lot of startup companies who don't have a lot of initial capital can get a used machine or previously enjoyed, as we like to say. What were some of the other ones up here? Digital media. That's the wide format group. So you can just see what we like to tell customers so they understand what we can do is we handle everything that has to do with paper except selling you paper. Pretty simple.